They rumble in from all points on the compass, and for 1 week each summer, this little town of 7,000 explodes to 500,000. But this is one city that looks nothing like the rest of America. You can go hours without seeing a person of color. In Sturgis, a minority is a white guy on a foreign bike. There are no debates over gun control here, or the ethics of the Me Too movement. And there is no doubt who is the leader of this pack. But you're a fan of the president? You think he's doing a good job?
Well, of course, he's doing a lot better than what Obama did.
This Ghost Rider reveals himself as John Sands, a postal worker who rides up from Kentucky each year and, like so many I talk to, sees proof of Trump's brilliance in the booming economy.
What they'll tell you is they say, you know, it's the Trump bump, the economy is so good, people are feeling so good.
Rod Woodruff is the owner of the sprawling Buffalo Chip, a Disneyland for bikers, and says his campers have an average income of $95,000 a year.
70-some% are homeowners in the United States.
Okay.
Lots of people own multiple motorcycles.
We have a tattoo parlor up here. We've got food, pizza, anything you want at the free access Crossroads.
Very good. You have your own jail?
No, we don't need one.
You don't need one, huh? Violence and arrests are incredibly rare for a crowd of this size. One reason is that most folks share the same values, and those that don't keep it to themselves.
What I see here in motorcycling is a microcosm for the whole country. And I get the feeling sometimes that people that don't believe in what's going on is right have become very quiet.
I think there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in the country now because I just feel like everybody wants freedom and they want rights, but God forbid somebody disagree with you because then you'll get your head bitten off.
A couple months back, the president aimed his Twitter and trade war guns at Harley Davidson. Even though they got a huge tax break, the company shut down a factory in Kansas City, laid off hundreds of workers, and said because of the tariffs, they'd have to start production in a new country overseas. Which begs the question, is this the ultimate loyalty test for his base? Do these folks pledge allegiance to the president or Harley Davidson?
You know, I'm going to have to, go with what's going to make America better, and if Harley wants to choose to go somewhere else, then I'll choose to buy different bikes.
I personally love the man. I think he's doing a wonderful job.
Despite the president's disdain for my profession, they could not be nicer. Do I strike you as an enemy of the people?
Not whatsoever. Not at all. We're sure glad to have you here.
But it's obvious that no amount of earnest reporting will change their minds. Because if you look at Russia and the Mueller investigation, and there's a lot of red flags and dark clouds.
Well, that's usually pretty lot of politicians, but one they're picking on because he's out of the outside. I mean, if you look at the Clintons, how come they can do things and no one else can?
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when the base loved Harley Davidson and hated Russia, and it seems like it's flipped a little bit.
I don't think there's any reason for him to call him out or make him, we should try to be friendly with everyone, and if they don't want to be friends, then it's a whole other story.
Even Vladimir Putin, even a dictator, a murderer?
He met with Kim Jong-un as well.
Tell fake news. We all know it.
Here, touch me.
Ask our
Lord and
Savior Donald J. Trump. He'll tell you.
Back downtown, our presence sparks a debate between some Fox News fans from Texas and Bonnie from Nebraska.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we do. You're an American, too. Get on the other side.
That's not true. I watch both.
See?
I go either way.
Which proves we now live in a media age where people can choose their own facts.
I have a friend who's very much Fox, and I go, yeah. I agree with you. No problem. Everybody has their own opinion. It's like...
That's true.
It's like everybody has one.
Just as long as they don't start shooting at each other, right?
Right.
But then the heckling is interrupted by a hero falling from the sky. Sergeant Dana Bowman, an Army Golden Knight who lost both legs in a mid-air collision. He lands with Old Glory, and just for a moment, it feels like we are all in this together.